going on, Sha?
Oh, and, we're back to noises.
Yeah.
Back to noises. But,
Amen. Amen. We all got a lot of a lot of us got rough news last week with the results. And
mm-hmm,
I've been trying to comfort myself in nostalgia.
mm-hmm.
So I went down. I'm wondering if I'm alone in doing this, but like in order to comfort myself, I watch things that make me feel empowered. And
No, that's literally why Beyonce is a thing.
oh, okay. Here we go. Okay. Well, my Beyonce apparently is really terrible 90s ninja movies. I watched American Ninja. I watched Three Ninjas.
Okay.
I watched the Asian spin-off. I think it was like True Dragons.
Oh, wait, a spinoff of which one?
Three Ninjas.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, they it occurred to them that, they already stole the culture. They should actually let them do it as well.
Sure. That's
And that was a great movie. I watched the whole American Ninja. I watched, well, not all. I think there's five. I watched four of them. So like at one point they just changed the American Ninja. It's just a whole other dude.
wait, this is a movie series?
Yeah,
There's a whole
there's a whole set of terrible movies where
okay.
this white dude goes
Mm,
into action, starts
mhm.
beating people up,
Sure.
uh, and and then like in the second movie, it's a new white dude.
Yeah, yeah.
Completely forgot the first white dude.
Nah,
Uh,
nah.
but it was nostalgic for me for a variety. These movies came out, I want to say late 80s, early 90s.
Okay.
Um, I watched all of these movies in daycare center and in school. This is the only reason I know these movies.
Right.
And I'm not sure how they were educational. But when I tell you, I didn't know that I could see these at home until yesterday. Like
Wait.
these were only school experiences for me. Like my daycare center and my school is where I saw these films
Okay.
exclusively growing up.
Right. Well,
Um,
first I must say there was no educational value in them. It was just to shut y'all up.
Yo, and it worked.
Yes. Hmm.
Great films. And by great I mean terrible films.
Sure.
Uh, but yeah, yo, there was really like an era there where like through a mixture of like the Ninja Turtles,
Oh, right, right.
everybody wanted to be like martial artists for my
Yes.
neighborhood,
Right.
straight
Okay.
up. And it just like it comforted me again. I did a lot of Amazon searching. I got nunchucks coming in.
No, you don't.
Hell yeah, I do. I had them. When I was growing up, I had real nunchucks. These are fake. These ain't gonna like hurt nobody.
How do you know you had real nunchucks when you were growing up? Is there
Cause
like a stamp of nunchuck approval? Is there a council of nunchuckery? How do you know? Some sort of seal?
nah, they ain't branded right. You know what I mean?
Oh, right, right.
You may get them on StockX. You
Mm,
know.
okay.
I guess not in the sense that they were official, more so
Okay.
that they could hurt. Like,
Oh,
yeah,
alright. As opposed to, like, a padded situation.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
no, okay,
Like,
gotcha.
I was like 6, and my cousin Mingito lived upstairs. Like, he just got nunchucks one day,
Of course he
and
did.
he was like, "Yo, you should you know ninjutsu." And I was taking ninjutsu classes for like 6 months. Like, I did not know ninjutsu. It was a
Wait,
place.
ninjitsu?
Yeah, yeah. Like, there was a school in Ridgewood, Queens, where like the dude was a ninjutsu, like a legit ninjutsu master, and he was actually legit. Uh, I've googled him like maybe like 5 years ago, like, and he's still like he's like a retired guy now, but he was a big deal in that space, and he happened to be a Latino dude who grew up in New York
Mhm.
and after studying in Japan, came home and opened a school. And I went to that school. And while I
Wait a minute. I
talk
look,
to me,
I am not in any way schooled um, in, uh, in the martial arts. I know nothing about it. I only know what I've heard, right? I've never heard the term ninjitsu before, never.
Yo, it only
So, I'm looking this up.
yeah,
Is this what ninjas are doing?
yo, it's supposed to be.
Okay.
Real talk. It only
So
got popular because of the Ninja Turtles.
gotcha. So then ninjas are not just doing whatever martial art it is that they happen to know how to do.
Right?
They also have to learn the
How to
proper way to ninja, which is
yeah, yo.
ninjutsu.
Exactly. They focused a lot on not just like self-defense, but on like stealth.
Okay, this is how they learn how to
Yeah,
be invisible.
exactly. So like a lot of the classes were like weirdly teaching you your eyes. So this is how you steal shit, essentially. Uh
Okay.
but it was dope. It was a fun activity. But yeah, I was taking the classes for like 6 months at the time, and he just gave
Mhm.
me real nunchucks. So like I had like wooden nunchucks that were like held together by a chain. I was
Oh my
fucking myself
god.
up practicing.
Right.
Uh After like having them for like a year, I bumped into a guy that he was like, "Yo, I gave those to your cousin," and like I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "Yo, like you're not supposed." He's like, he told me he was gonna like put them up for display. Like you ain't supposed to be spinning those anymore. They're old. Cause like I was having trouble spinning. Like when I would like nunchuck, I don't even know the term. You know what I mean? Like when I was chucking
Yeah,
in
right.
my front yard,
Sure.
every now and then, I don't know, a chuck, one of the
Right.
bars
Mhm.
would be chucked across the street, like it would just come off the chain.
Right.
And he was like, "Yeah, like after a while, like if you use the metallic chain, like the wood like can't hold it anymore."
Sure.
So like I put him out of service. And he
Okay.
liked how it looked. So he told me he was just gonna put it up on his wall. He didn't tell me he was gonna give them to you. Like, yo, you can't be spinning those. But
Right.
like I felt ownership already over these nunchucks.
Right.
So yeah, I had real nunchucks. I was out here spinning. It reminded me of that time in my life.
Mhm.
So yeah, I was watching these movies. I feel better about the Trump situation, is what I'm saying, because of these ninja movies.
Oh, wow. I don't think there's any movie out there that's that strong.
Yo,
Here's, um, I think it's well, sure, I'm sure these movies make you feel better. There's also a healthy dose of delusion,
of course.
which I'm not knocking. I mean, we both do stand-up comedy, which is one of the more delusional things you could do.
Amen.
Um,
Amen.
so yeah, and I imagine it's that delusion that made you order nunchucks off of Amazon.
Oh yeah.
Are they going to be child-sized nunchucks? Are you worried about that?
I mean, I don't have children here. Okay. I'm
Mhm.
I got nunchucks. I got two sets. I'm hoping
Mhm.
to like make this a family activity.
Oh
Uh,
no.
they're padded. They're kid. They're like toyish. So like we can hit each other and not for real
Okay,
hurt.
so then they are children. I mean, are you worried that they're gonna be too small for your hand? Like, you know what I mean? That's what I mean by are you worried about them not being because,
Well,
apparently your history is with a set of nunchucks that might have bodies on them.
yeah.
So so are you going to be satisfied with whatever pink glittery thing that may show up at your house?
I mean, it's a start. Let's see what it builds to.
Oh boy.
I'm
Uh,
excited.
and do your children want to learn the art of nunchuckery?
They have no idea what's coming. Okay.
Oh no.
They were coming out to the living room and like judging my movies. He said
Yeah, sure.
the acting looked rough. Uh the three ninjas in particular, they were really disappointed because like it sounded like an action movie, but like they were kids' films. So like they play like silly songs during the fight scenes
Right.
that like, really kill the tension, but let you know there was like a comedic aspect.
Sure. Uh-huh.
Yeah, like it was way closer to uh Home Alone than like a ninja film.
Okay, right,
They
right.
just, so they were like, this isn't what we thought it was gonna be. So I watched like most of the movies by myself,
Sure.
you know. So I don't think they're quite as bought in on this equipment I'm getting. But
Okay, well, how many days did you spend watching this?
this was the whole weekend.
Oh, the whole weekend.
Yeah,
Okay, great. Great.
yeah. It did a lot for me. Like I felt better. Like I was definitely like I know Gabby was tight because like I would go to bed and I would be up like looking up like ninjutsu stuff and like
Oh
martial arts stuff,
boy. Yeah, you gotta
you
keep
know.
the ninjutsu out of the bedroom, my man.
I'm over here like looking up schools locally.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? There's a MMA school in Bushwick. I was like, I could get to that. You know what I mean? Make
Hey,
make a comeback.
just just study with Diego Lopez.
Oh yeah, he teaches.
Oh yeah, at the MMA school in Williamsburg. Oh yes, he has a whole series. You could start online. He's got clips. All right, everyone who's like, who are you talking about? Diego Lopez is one of our fellow comedy comrades
Hmm.
out here in these Brooklyn streets. He uh he has a podcast with another comedian we know named Micah Brucey, the name of which I cannot remember. It was Snack Guys when they talked about snacks. I can't remember the name of it now. A little time or something like that. A little something. Anywho, I'm a terrible host. Anyway, and, but he also has his own thing where he gives tips on, MMA fighting and I think jujitsu. I believe he is a black belt. I believe he got his black belt fairly recently.
Oh, props.
But yeah, so he instructs, at MMA place in, like, the MMA school of Williamsburg or something like that.
Yeah.
Um, a lot of other comics have worked with him. He also has a series called No Violence, as in KNOW violence, where people send him internet clips of folks fighting, and then he critiques the fighting styles of the people in the fight. It's very funny.
I love
Um,
this.
yeah. So yeah, holler at Diego and see if he can help you get your mind around what's happening, because what I fear happening is probably very close to what Gabby has already seen in her mind's eye, which is you for sure breaking many things in the house that are kind of irreplaceable, like a family heirloom or your collarbone.
Yeah.
Many things, many things in the house that are breakable, a
But it's the
laptop
story worth it.
or
Like,
your other collarbone, you know?
but I'm not breaking collarbones. I'm making memories. Okay.
No, no, no. I've seen a collarbone break, and I've also seen the hollowed out look in that collarbone's breaker's eye ever since. And I don't think these are the memories you want.
Diego, I'll see you soon.
Yeah.
We'll talk. I'm ready. This is my nunchuck form. It's very
That's your
slow right now.
oh wow. Yeah, that's very slow. Are the nunchucks made of water? How are you? Is it a slinky? Do you have a nunchuck slinky on the way? Yo, do they make those? I feel like that's a
That's
moneymaker.
I was gonna say that's kind of fire actually.
Yeah,
Low
but
key. You might have stumbled on something.
I also could see where you absolutely will take someone's eye out with that.
Real
That
talk.
thing's springing back up and knocking you, yeah, that's a world of concussion, actually, which is one of my favorite amusement parks, worlds of concussion. Um,
Oh man. I'm oh, that's awesome.
oh boy.
But yeah, I'm definitely less flexible.
Mhm.
Uh, my back is bigger and I'm less mobile. My arms are the same length. So I don't expect this to start smoothly.
Yeah, no, it'll probably be a little bumpy at first.
Yeah,
Sure, sure.
but I'm excited for the journey. You know,
Yeah, I am too. Oh,
yo,
man.
like it occurred to me too. Like I was talking to my kids about it. They're like the best nunchucker I saw was Michelangelo, and like looking back on it, I don't think he was good at nunchucks. I feel like he just had a big ass shell, and like nothing hurt him when he missed. You know,
Okay, have you considered that you're probably closer in body type to the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles
real
than
talk.
you are to the 3 ninjas?
Yeah, and this gonna hurt me. It's my real back. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, yo,
I
Michelangelo missed. He just hit a hard shell. He good. Like I'm gonna just be
see,
hurting me.
maybe get like I don't know, get a jacket that's lined with, what's the stuff, the, bulletproof stuff?
Oh, Teflon.
Yeah, see if you can get a jacket that's lined with that and then
I like that.
practice with that. Maybe that will help? I don't
Yeah,
know. You could
Okay.
probably honestly, we're in New York City, someone could make you a custom turtle shell.
Yeah. Not the nunchucks. I like that.
Yeah, no, I mean, I can't change your mind on the nunchucks, but you absolutely could get a custom turtle shell.
I like it. We walking
Mhm.
around Brooklyn with my turtle shell.
You wouldn't even be the only one. Honestly, you probably could find one secondhand,
Real talk, yo.
like in Jersey. I bet you could drive over to Jersey and find it.
Yeah, I ain't using this no more. You know what I mean?
I mean, Comic Con was just here. There's definitely a couple of discarded,
Oh man.
you
Did you
know.
see that on there's I forget the name of the account. There's an account on IG I follow that specifically posts uh furniture that's been discarded.
Mm,
And it like posts like pictures of where it is just in case you want to pick it up before sanitation does.
right.
And they'll post, sofas, whatever, that's in pretty good shape. Come check it. There was like a month where they were like, yo, there's a disproportionate amount of fast food furniture and items that are being thrown out. And not the food, but like hamburger art was being thrown out, like big pieces of fast food stuff.
Oh,
And like
wow.
they were like, we don't understand what's happening, but they kept posting pictures of like life-size hot dogs and burgers, and they're like, what's happening? And apparently there was like a festival where it was like the theme this year was fast food. So like it just
Oh,
happened to line up where like the theme was that, and they encouraged people to even dress like that. So
okay.
like there were like life-size burgers that like people had worn and only had use for that 1 week.
That's a shame. I hope someone snatched up all of those.
Real talk. It was just a whole bunch of pictures of like perfect like burger art or hot dogs or pizza.
Yeah.
They was
I
just all over the city.
I could see you as a Mayor McCheese with nunchucks. You know,
Ooh,
that huge, burger? I think maybe it's more in the eye. I think maybe it's like a head thing. But I could see it as a body thing for you. It was like being the burger in the middle, and then you with nunchucks kinda
yeah,
flailing about. I don't know. There are some sort of protective measures for you with these nunchucks. You just gotta think outside of the box with them.
I like this.
Yeah.
Real talk.
Also, Gabby, I'm so sorry. Trust me, if you are listening, Gabby, which I'm pretty sure you're not, you shouldn't be. Don't.
Nah,
Don't waste your time. You live with him, you know what it's like.
yeah.
Don't, yeah, he will tire himself out. I feel like I feel like 1, 2 swings and you give him a look and he's like, "I'll just put him away." And then he can hang them next to the other ones that definitely has some bodies on them. That's what
Oh
that man was
man,
trying to tell you, not that they are old. They're old because they've been used.
yeah,
They've been used.
yeah. He did look like it was one of my first combos as a kid with somebody that like I knew wasn't about fun anymore. Like he like
Right.
lost that.
Yeah,
And I mean,
his eyes weren't, like, glinting or they were like, "What are you doing?" Yeah,
real talk, yo. Like
you
he
walking
saw
around with a
something with a pet.
loaded gun in the street.
That dude saw me. He had history in his eyes, yo. Like I never seen that before to that dude. Like he was talking to me different. Like that shit had weight. Like I genuinely remember like he was walking by the front of my crib. I
Mhm.
wasn't allowed out on the sidewalk, so I would just
Right.
be in the front yard. It would either be a nunchuck day or a baseball day, and
Sure.
I had the nunchucks. And he was like, "How'd you get those?" And I
Not
was
a
like, "My cousin gave them
nunchuck
to me."
day or a baseball
Straight
day.
up, I would either throw the baseball against the wall and play catch by myself, or I would be
Mhm.
nunchucking, and
Right.
everybody on the block kind of knew.
Right.
You know what I mean? And like he just saw them and he was like, "Yo, I gave those to Minguito." And I was
Mm.
like, "Yeah, nah, he gave them to me. He knows I'm in ninjutsu." And he's like, "Nah, B." He just had a real convo. He's like, "Nah, man, you ain't supposed to be playing with those." Oh man, real talk, man. I saw him and I didn't see him, if that makes sense. Like
Yes,
his
yeah.
eyes had nothing and
Right.
everything all at once.
Yeah, I understand.
Oh
Yes.
man. Yo, wherever you are, my G, like know that I stopped playing with them soon after. Real talk.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah. Let's get into the news.
Yeah, let's do that.
Kicking us off. Elon Musk and Vivek.
Boo. Boo.
Amen. Much
Boo.
deserved.
This is
They were
this is how I'm dealing with anything from now on. Oh, I hadn't even looked at the stories. Oh, now that I'm seeing this story, double
double boo.
boo.
I was gonna say.
Yeah, go on. Finish reading this stupid ass headline.
Vivek Ramaswamy will lead the new Department of Government Efficiency in the Trump administration. President-elect Donald Trump announced Tuesday that Elon Musk and Vivek Ramaswamy, I got to learn how to say that.
Ramaswamy.
Ramaswamy, there you go,
Mhm.
will lead a new Department of Government Efficiency in the second admin. Together, these two wonderful Americans will pave the way for my administration to dismantle government bureaucracy, slash excess regulations, cut wasteful expenditures, and restructure federal agencies. That sentence got progressively scarier as I read each thing after a comma, according to Trump.
Oh my
Uh,
god.
the announcement of Ramaswamy as
Sorry, I can't stop making boy, y'all don't understand. We are really entering a golden age of Shalewa just making noises.
yo, we here. It's gonna be epic, yo. Real talk. They're gonna make it a synth instrument by the end of this, yo.
Until I am comfortably numb, it's just gonna be a lot of, "Oh, you gotta be." You know what? Let's just fucking whatever. I don't even wanna hear about whatever his moves are.
Yo,
Yeah, Imma have this guy do great. So for 3 months, we're gonna see you guys not get along, and then they're gonna be fired. And then they're
uh
gonna come out with a book. "Nigga, we've been here already!" Oh,
huh. We've done this.
what are we why are we even yeah, great. Cool. Just Scaramouche your way through the shit so that we can move on.
This is your nunchucks.
Yeah,
Okay,
like, give me a break.
yo.
These 2 dummies.
By the end of I'm already like I'm waiting for Trump to say how terrible Twitter is and how they should switch to his Twitter.
He's already said that. Look, here's the thing. If Elon Musk, I mean, my understanding is that, I mean, Twitter will will not truly be the same because, Elon Musk will be working for the I mean, he's more of an op than he ever was, which is wild business.
Word.
Because the man screamed I don't even know if he's cool enough to be an op. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't want to give him that.
Yeah, but he will be technically. Technically, he will be. So, Twitter won't be the same. But here's the thing. Here's where my hope lies. And this is where I'm kind of dumb with it. Because my hope does not lie in, who was elected for president. I mean, I sadly felt that in my bones how that was going to play out, and, it makes me upset that I felt that, but here we are. Here's
Hmm.
where I hold out a kernel of hope,
Okay.
is that, like, as much as Elon has fucked up Twitter, and Elon has fucked up Twitter, the core of it still there are still parts of it that remain
Yeah.
and are stubborn in a way that I'm like, look, I remember moving from Friendster to MySpace to Facebook to this to that to the other. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
I've been with the folks as we migrate from GeoCities to Live Nation. You know what I mean? We
Oh
we
yeah,
moved
yo,
from
mi gente,
Napster
yo,
to Kazaa to SoulSeek. Like we are all over the place. But there's something about Twitter.
yo,
And there are many different versions. Remember when Elon bought it, there are like 3 different versions that popped up. Like,
yep.
"Come on, we're over here." And then you get over there and it's like, "Nah, y'all are too regulated or you're trying to like you're trying too hard to make it to make it fun." And I don't trust it. Over here in Twitter, this is truly wild business.
Yo, real talk.
Like,
It's different. Like,
yeah, it's different. Like I could get shot at any moment. At any moment, I could get shot, and I'm still in the front like, "Yeah." What y'all got to say about this? Like,
Yo, I don't know. I was trying to explain this to somebody. Like, I was like, Twitter reminds me of going to eat at Pepper's.
what is
Like,
Peppers?
you haven't been at like to Pepper's or like the food spot or like Flatbush or
No.
like you. They got like a couple locations like Utica. It's like the food is good.
Mhm.
The neighborhoods they're in are always a little like fun.
Mhm,
Uh,
mhm.
the customer service is traditionally trash.
What kind of food is it?
It's like Jamaican food. You get
Oh,
like
okay, that's
you know
all
what I
you
mean?
had to I was like, "Is this a Caribbean spot? Because if
Oh
it's a
yeah,
Caribbean spot, got it.
real talk.
Okay, yes,
And
alright.
they're like they're fire. Like I used to go to the one on Flatbush because we had the that bar show I used to run over
Wait,
there.
the one that was a couple of doors down from that show that y'all
Yeah,
had? Oh,
real
yeah,
talk,
no, I went in there, yes, and I was like, "Oh, I need to make decisions now."
real talk. Like
There
you got to
are
come
4
in,
people ahead of me, and this could take an hour, but if I don't come up there with a decision,
yo.
my ancestors are going to have me crushed right here.
I've gone in there, placed orders, and had the lady tell me, "Nah, you're not getting that." Like just cause, like straight up, like yo, can I get like the Roddy? And like she's like, nah.
Mm,
And like someone order it after me, like literally just like nah, like it's not for you. But it still be worth it if that makes
mhm.
sense,
Yeah,
you know.
yeah.
And that's what Twitter feels like to me. Like I don't know if I have full control of the experience, you know,
Right?
and
No, you don't.
but like it feels good anyway. And like I don't know how else to explain it. It always reminds me of that place. There's restaurants that like when I go into them, they give me what I want. I don't get that here at Peppers.
No.
Peppers gives me what they feel like giving me, but
And I'll
is
take it
I'll
because it's
take it
actually what
because
I
it's good.
needed.
Yeah, like they knew. Like I'm like, all
Yeah.
right, they figured it out, and like I feel like that's Twitter. Like even the management, they're like, yo, we should run it a certain way. Nah, that's not what's going to happen.
Yeah, there is
It
just a
just is what
certain
it is.
magic, and that magic is gone for sure. It's been through many iterations even before, this dude showed up,
Right.
but, it's been through so many lives, and I think that might be it, is that I, got in kinda early, not as early as a bunch of nerds did, but earlier than everyone else, early enough that when I first started using it, I had a couple of people we followed each other, and we kinda treat it like a text
Hmm.
messaging kinda thing where we sent more personal things to each other out in the open, because hardly anyone was there,
Right.
you
Right.
know? And then, like an award show happened or something happened, and it was like, "Oh, everybody's here, and we're all doing this together," and I think that's really what kind of, like, galvanized you know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
it when there are moments of just, like, no matter what happens, when there's a moment that we are all living through, we just go there. And there it's they keep trying to fuck it up with, not giving you things in chronological order or just sending there are many ways to mess it up, but when everybody is talking about a thing,
It's
the
there.
one thing about the algorithm is sure you can get it to send you whatever it is that you were talking about. But if we all talking about it, guess what it's going to send you? What everybody's talking about because an algorithm doesn't breathe.
Real talk.
It's just math. So it's like, oh, well, this is what so you'll end up getting there. It's a disjointed way. They've closed a lot of roads.
But still find it, baby.
You gotta jump over a lot of but you'll
Oh
get
man.
to where you're trying to get to in some way. And I think that is where my hope is that well, first off, Elon Musk is gonna do a terrible job. Like
Yeah.
so he's not going to be there for long. Um and then where's he gonna retreat to? He's gonna retreat to Twitter? Uh, Man, we don't even call it X, my
Yo,
dude. We don't even call it
nobody.
X. Don't no one care about you. We will destroy you. We'll
Yo,
let you destroy yourself. Look,
you
I
put
mean,
billions into something and nobody still respect your decision making. It's
yeah.
crazy.
I mean, like, it's not as when it was at its best, it was very good, and it's nowhere near that now, but I still feel like, um things are in place, where it could, if people wanted to, it could, like, destroy. someone, but
Fingers crossed.
that's where my hope lies. I mean, when the shit comes down, when the bomb goes off, when you know what I mean? When they're dragging me away, please believe I'm gonna be grabbing a charger and like, hold on, let me see what they're saying on Twitter. Please believe
Real
I'm gonna be
talk.
one of the dummies that gets in the wagon because I'm looking at this on Twitter. Like, ain't this some shit? So
Oh man,
don't put a lot of faith in what I have to say. But I still think Twitter can break old dude's heart more than anything else. Just because the key of it is to be funny, and he is not funny, and all he wants to do is be funny, and he hasn't been able to be funny yet, and that's what's gonna get him.
real talk. He don't
Yeah,
got it in him. It's okay.
yeah,
You don't need to be funny. You can just be the person that laughs.
yeah.
You need those.
But I do wonder if these two numbnuts come in and they're gonna try to clear out government agencies, will Washington pay attention to them? Or can is there any way that we can I don't know. I mean, part of me is like the way Washington moves is so slow that maybe both of them will get so discouraged. But they also may feel like that they have part of the mandate that Trump feels like he has to just come in with a wrecking ball and just destroy all of that. Um,
That seems to be his mission. Like Trump called him the secretary of cost cutting. Like that's been the nickname he's been using. And like he's embracing that. And like he's saying he's gonna do big numbers, but like they ask people that know, they're like, yeah, that don't make sense.
yeah, it doesn't make sense. It's different numbers. It's not the same. Every time you come into, government and you want to try to treat it as a business, I don't I mean, as we all if anyone's been listening to us, you have slowly heard me say over and over, this shit ain't real anyway, right? The
All right.
amount of money that the government is like using on stuff, none of that there's no money to back any of that up, right? It feels like it's just talk. But you mean so Elon Musk is going to come up to like I don't know where I don't know where they're planning on starting. Um but I feel like it would be nice if the process itself is so slow. But Trump has insinuated himself into so much of the various processes
Right.
that perhaps it can happen faster than I realize, and I'll be getting on a wagon sooner than I realize looking at this on Twitter.
Real talk. It's
So
gonna get scary. We're gonna find out soon.
yeah, but one thing I'm not going to do, I don't know. I don't know. There's one thing I'm not going to do is continue to read over and over of all the various people that are going to. Why do I need to? They're going to be gone truly by spring
Fair.
because no one can work with this dude.
Yo, this is because I don't see what his plan. Like everything when he showed up at Twitter, he just said, "All right, we this is too much money. I gotta cut costs." So
Right.
he like fired people.
Yep.
He tried to clip leases on buildings. Those
Mhm.
are options in Washington. You'd be like, yo, we don't need the Lincoln Memorial no more. Sell that. Like those aren't things you could do.
Yeah, I think when he like yeah, I don't know where you're going to like who owns the buildings of the places where he's going to be like, "Ah, we don't need this anymore." Doesn't the
Yeah,
government probably own that?
that's
So
what I'm
isn't that
saying.
a lot of money for the government? Isn't Elon Musk going to come in to a country where he's not even from? So he doesn't necessarily understand the history of it.
Word.
Is he going to come through here and say, "Well, here is where all the cost cutting," and then the government is going to be like, "Hey, hey, 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 that's don't fuck with that. That's where we make our money." And he's like, "But that's got to go." And they're like, "No, you got to go." Like that's how I feel it's going to happen. Is that he's going to come up against, you
I feel
know,
like we're gonna see some weird ass things on Zillow. Like, yo, you heard the Pentagon on Zillow? What? For real, B? You ain't got like six
nah,
million
I
dollars? We
don't
could
even
piece that
think.
together.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Like if Elon wasn't such a dolt, maybe he can. We're just working with two different kinds of of idiots, and I wonder if they will truly see eye to eye.
Yeah. That's how wild these two idiots are. There's a third idiot. We don't even got time to talk about him.
Who?
Okay.
Oh, Vivek.
Yeah, like there's a whole
Oh,
extra idiot, and he's
yeah.
getting
I
overlooked.
mean, yeah. He's just. I don't know. Just a bunch of pick-me's. I can't with all these goddamn Trump pick-me's also just hanging around hoping to get a cabinet position for 3 months.
Oh
Only
man.
to certainly end up on CNN if that was still going to be a thing. Like everything's going to be consolidated. I don't know. When are we going to fucking rise up?
Real
What
talk.
wagon am I getting on? Am I carrying a torch or not? Either way, I'm looking at it on Twitter. Just tell me which wagon I'm supposed to be on Twitter
Oh,
because I just remembered like the HBO guy talking about, well, with Trump in office now, it's probably going to make it a lot easier to consolidate and entertainment. And I'm just like, y'all are squeezing everything out of us, and you
yo,
ain't even going to give us at all. Like, I don't know, when do we start burning down buildings? Because that's what I'm waiting on. I'm tired of hearing who's going to. Well, put him in there so we can go ahead and fucking hit him. When do we get to throw rocks?
I'm down. Real talk.
You got nunchucks?
Amen. I'm
On the
ready.
way. You
On the
got
way. Not
nunchucks on
yet.
the way. And,
Real talk.
I don't know. I'm just annoyed, and that's enough.
I'll order you a pair too, Sha. Don't worry about
Oh no, I will break my glasses. I don't think nunchucks is my thing. Um,
it.
I don't know. I think I don't know. I don't know what kind of physical thing I could do. I feel like it needs to be more of a crawling thing.
Okay.
Maybe
Okay.
maybe I need to crawl more. I need to be closer to the ground. But not near water because I can't swim. Honestly, just leave me on the wagon. You know what I mean? Just which one? Which wagon is the dead weight wagon? That's the one I need to be on.
you just point to what we need to throw rocks at, Sha. Okay.
Yeah, I'll. It's not. I have no upper arm strength. Really, I'm kind of no use to anyone. Now that I think about it, I'll pick out the playlist.
There you go.
Where's that?
Yo.
Where's the Spotify branded wagon? Oh,
You been bumping that Shalewa Revolt playlist? Fire, yo.
I mean, if you guys want to march into war with Bjork behind you, yeah,
The
we could do
Shalewa
it.
Uprising playlist. I like that.
Army of me. I don't know. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out, everybody. I'll pick out some things.
Oh man, yo, get your ass kicked to I don't want to know would be fire, yo.
That's you. That's you.
Oh yeah, yo. I'm gonna fuck you up to some Enya songs. It's gonna be
Oh my god.
crazy.
Honestly, that really all of the all fights should be to that Orinoco flow. All
Yo,
there's a beauty to that song, and then like Gunsmoke. Like absolutely, it should all be done to Enya. If we could all agree to move in slow motion, that'd be great. But if not, like let's still just do it to Enya.
listen, you saw how I nunchuck. It's slow.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
ready.
true. Yeah, it might be perfect for you. Why is this video in slow motion? It's not. That's just how he moves with nunchucks.
Oh man. In other news, this week's most shared article says
Oh
something
my
about
god.
it.
From everybody. God bless you all. But woo! Y'all were on my head with this one.
43 monkeys escaped South Carolina research facility. Police warn residents to secure doors and windows. That's right. Shared by like I believe my last count I had like 13 like troops and correspondents sending this in.
Oh,
Beautiful.
that's so funny.
Straight up. Authorities in South Carolina on Thursday warned residents to lock their doors and windows after more than 40 monkeys escaped from the research facility. As of Friday, the fugitive monkeys still had not been captured, the CEO of the research facility told the news. 43 primates broke loose from an Alpha Genesis facility in Beaufort County, prompting officials to set up
Oh, it
traps.
was in Beaufort? Okay.
Yo, they
Sorry.
out here, yo.
Okay. I
Beaufort,
I
baby.
don't know a lot about South Carolina, but it is the state where I did my gap year of college. My 1 year of college was there. So there are
Oh, rock
some
on.
areas I'm like, oh, got it, got it, got it. Okay. All right.
Police said the primates have been spotted in a wooded region near the facility and urged residents to steer clear of the animals. The staff at Alpha Genesis are currently attempting to entice the animals back using food in order to ensure their safe capture. Alpha Genesis earlier confirmed that 43 rhesus macaque primates escaped from an enclosure at the company's facility. The primates are very young females weighing approximately 6 to 7 pounds and had never been used for testing due to their age.
Oh, they're pure.
No,
Oh, man. You're probably going to get a third of them back, but let them bitches go.
real
Come
talk.
on, girls. Let's do this. We can do this.
Real
So
talk.
they're young too. I mean, be better than our Gen Z, I guess.
Amen.
All right. So they don't have any superhero drug in them because they're too young, right?
Yeah.
They're going back. They're calling out for others. All right. So one of the people who sent this to me sent me one where it was the whole point of it was that they've been like calling back to the other monkeys
Right.
that are still inside. And it reminded me of, do you remember when we did this story about this goat? I think the goat's name was Frank. And the goat like escaped from, and the only reason I really remember is because this story is so wild. The goat like escaped from like a farm or something.
Okay.
And then other animals were escaping from the farm as well. And it turned out what Frank was doing was coming back at night and showing the other animals where the weak spot in the fence was.
Yo, shouts to Frank, yo. Real talk.
And then they would get out that way.
Living
Look,
legend.
if we got like 40 Franks out here, just like, no, 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 that window. Mm-mm, I left it. I didn't close it all the way. It's not locked. Go ahead. Like,
Real talk, yo. We need Franks.
we
Okay.
need Franks. Now is the time.
Real talk. When I read this, like my first thought was these 43 monkeys spoke to the other generation of monkeys, and it was like, yeah, yo, I had dreams once. You know what I mean? I wanted to do stuff, but they told me no. They started giving me this medicine. Now I'm too old. But you're still
Mm,
young enough. You can make something of yourself.
sure,
You
sure.
know what I
It's a
mean?
tale as old as time.
Amen. Some of these monkeys gonna go to Hollywood, make movies. You know what I mean? They're gonna go to New York, live their artsy years.
That's true. We don't really have any other. We haven't had a a popular monkey
Yo, what's
in
his
a
friends?
minute, huh?
Ross had the little like monkey pet on
Oh
Friends.
yeah. Okay. Sure.
You
Sure.
know, now we talking about 20 years already.
Yeah. I mean, true. You know.
Yeah,
Yeah. Like I think if Bubbles is dead, right?
I would assume so.
Or at least in retirement. I
Yeah,
thought
like he's not working no more.
he's for sure not working. But like, there's a thing about America is that we keep a famous monkey in our
Yo, for real.
pocket. We off there are there are times where it's like, oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Like what was the 70s one where there was a monkey in like every which way but loose? Like or every which there
Ca-
was a, you know what I'm talking about? The one who
I
was in
believe,
like in a
yo,
movie with
shot.
like Clint Eastwood?
Real talk. Like I believe this so much that like I think that's why we've had fake monkeys. Like when there's no monkey ready, I think that's when we've had what's his name? The one that climbs the Empire State Building.
Who, King Kong?
We
Yeah,
had
look.
King Kong, we had Donkey Kong. Those
Yeah.
were non-peak monkey years in the entertainment industry. They're like, yo, we need a
Right,
fake
yeah,
monkey
no,
to calm
Donkey
the
Kong
people.
came after we were
I'm
trying to
telling you, it
wean
was
ourselves off of the 70s monkey.
exactly, and the Friends monkey wasn't ready,
Right.
so
Friends
they
was
gave us
that
Donkey
was like
Kong.
a 90s monkey. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I'm telling you,
Okay. Who's the
it's a
most
thing.
the 10 best monkeys at the movies? Okay, I can't even. Yeah, we had Tarzan. Like, look, we keep a we keep a monkey, and
Yo,
we've
on deck.
really gone without for a while. So let's see if some of these ladies can break out. If they
Yo, you
can,
never know.
but it's hard to resist the pull of, it's tough to just like buy the bus ticket,
Yo,
and get on a bus.
that's why they
And
went as a group, 43.
yeah, but that group ain't gonna last. We all know that females work best in groups of 4. So we
Ooh.
need a Samantha, we need a Carrie, we need a Miranda, we need a Khadijah, we need a Rashid, we need a Max, we need a Sinclair. That's what we need. We need 4 monkeys. 4 young lady monkeys traveling cross country. I am so tired of coming up with these ideas knowing that nobody's gonna fucking
Come on, man.
what are we
Leverage it.
doing?
Genius here. Y'all slacking. Uh, I'm excited to write the spinoff, the Sisterhood of Traveling Monkey Pants. It's gonna be beautiful. Okay.
Yeah, there's gotta be a man, there were so many. There was a time when they just had monkeys, like, in suits looking like they were talking at each other, and then they would dub over human voice. Like, come on,
Yo,
we're a simple people. We just wanna root for the monkeys.
that's all. That's all.
We had to ban the monkeys. Like, come on. What are
Real
we
talk.
doing?
Come
They
on.
weren't monkeys, they were actual men. But, you know, it
Yeah.
counts.
Yo, they know. They knew what they were doing.
Yeah, that's true.
You know
That's
what I
true.
mean? They could have been any other animal. They're like, nah.
No, no, let's do monkeys.
The people need
Wow.
this.
But again, I can't thank all of you enough for sending this story to us. All of you.
Real talk.
You all sent this to us.
Seriously.
Every last one of you sent us this story.
Yeah.
And I mean, you know what I always think that when the animals are escaping, they're trying to tell us something,
Yeah.
which is to get free. And I can't think of a more opportune time for these monkeys to get out and be like, "Hey, y'all,
Real talk.
y'all don't feel that shift in the air?" And I do. I want to tell you, 43 monkeys. I feel it.
Real
I
talk,
feel it.
yo.
Yeah.
Yo, you know what I do want to write actually?
Mm.
Because it was 50 monkeys. And 7 of them was like, nah, B, we can't.
Oh,
I want
what are they doing?
Yeah, real talk. Yo, there's 7 of them that just stayed. They punked out.
Oh, those were. I bet those are the ones that they're trying to call to. Like, come on.
Yeah, yo. You don't see
But
what it could be out here,
you
yo?
know what? You need those 7 monkeys.
They gotta tell the story.
They have to tell the story. They
Yeah.
gotta do like what's her name on 24? Chloe? You gotta
Yeah.
you need
Real
you need
talk, yo.
someone to do logistics. You need to have someone still on the inside with like a
Yeah.
walkie-talkie or a Bluetooth speaker in their ear, like giving like, no, okay, here's where they are, here's where they're looking. You gotta stay away. You know, that kind of thing.
Yeah. You're
You
right.
gotta still have someone on the inside. So I understand it. Honestly, that's probably where I would be because I'm like, I'm not strong enough to be swinging from trees. And they're like, "You're a monkey." And I'm like, "Yeah, still, I'm pretty comfy here, but I'll tell you when they're coming." I want to be that. Like, you need a snitch. You need
Real
an
talk.
inside snitch man.
It's a bigger sacrifice in some
It
ways.
really is.
Yeah.
It
Yo,
really
shouts to
is.
those 7. Real talk, man.
Yeah. I didn't know that they're 7 on the inside. Oh my
Real
god.
talk, yo. 13 Monkeys was a movie too, wasn't it? A 7 monkey? I feel like it
12?
was 12 monkeys. It was like
Yeah,
some outbreak movie like that. Yeah.
with Brad Pitt and, someone else.
Yeah. I only remember that from like my DVD buying era where like if it was like $6 and like it had a relatively successful actor, I would buy it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I was like, all right, I'll try this.
Yeah, you must have a terrible DVD
It's insane.
collection.
Real talk. There was a time where I was buying DVDs just to like fill out the letters because I had a movie for every letter. Like if it I had every single letter of the alphabet I had movies for.
You know what? Sometimes I am in awe of people who move the way that you do when it comes to media, where there's no, like, this is the style. I got this thing because this guy does this thing, or I really like how this woman does these things. It's when it's literally like, no, I needed something with a blue spine to go in this spot because
Real
I'm
talk.
arranging it by the spine color, and I'm like, what? Like, so your collection is less predictable because it's
Oh
just like,
yeah.
what the fuck? But but I mean, if you enjoy them, that's great.
It was a ride.
Yeah.
So initially, because it was all movies I liked initially,
Mhm.
or then it became movies I was interested in.
Mhm.
Then I put them on my DVD shelf,
Mhm.
and I was like, "Yo, I got most of the alphabet." So I was like, "I gotta find stuff to cover these other
Oh
random
my
ones."
god.
And like, yeah, like that's how I got a few of them. That I was like, I needed a number. and that was the other thing. Like I had a number, but like it was a Gabby movie, and I
Oh,
was like, I can't have this be the first. It was I think it was like 13 going on 30,
sure.
and I was like, this is cool, but this can't be the first movie. You know what I
Why
mean?
can't it be the first movie?
Because it's not my. It was my DVD, but it wasn't reflective of my DVD collection,
Man,
and I
your
just felt weak.
DVD collection is literally let's do the alphabet and numbers. It's just as reflective as anything else.
That
How are you
shit
gonna
hurt
get
me,
high and mighty about your
yo.
process when your
You damn
process
right.
says one of all? Gotta catch them all. Your process
That
is
shit bothered me.
Pokemon.
I ended up buying 13 monkeys, and then I bought seven, and then I bought pie, and I thought
You
that
know
was
what?
cool.
I'm so through with you.
Just cause I was like, yo, this because it was spelt with the symbol. So I was like, okay, I can do
Uh-huh.
this
I can't with you
straight
right
up.
now.
And then after I did all that work, my boy was like, yo, you could have just like flipped it. Because like he's like, you're doing numeric alpha. You could have just done alphanumeric and you would have avoided all this. And I was like, you're right, but I'm too far in
You and your nerd ass friends.
there.
That's
Real
the
talk.
wildest way I've heard of somebody stumbling onto buying pie, by the
Real
way.
talk. Hell yeah. That's how I bought pie.
Oh, man.
Amen. Good film. Let's check it out.
You know what? Second with you. Yeah, we already know. We were there when it came out. We heard we lived through all the yeah, yeah, it works in my system. And it
Yo,
turns
real
out
talk.
kind of interesting. I
Real
wonder
talk.
what else that guy did. I don't
Yo,
you
I saw
dummy.
some weird ass films too.
Yeah, you think?
Real talk.
That's what's wild about how you put that together. And when I encounter someone who's like that with their collection, where they're just like, "Oh, I had this friend who was really into this band at the time, and so we just listened to this a lot, so that's why it's in there." And it's like, "Do you like anything else by him?" I've never bothered to listen to anything else by him. I only know the 3 songs that my friend was obsessed with off of this album, so it counts. And I'm like, "What a wild way to build a collection." But I get it.
Yo, real talk. And like, I was the only kid. Like, I had the biggest bedroom of all my friends. I had a
Sure.
private entrance, and
Right.
because of that, like, I became the de facto hangout spot in
Right.
in, in my hood. And like, I have a lot of friends that like to this day they'll be like, "Yo, like, I seen some weird artsy shit because of you, G." Because like I was the person with the DVDs.
Right.
So like people just come over and just like, all right, well, if we want to like hang out late, everybody know Gastor and his parents are home, so they'll like say yes if I could chill there.
Right.
But now I'm watching some weird ass movie because of Gastor. Like a lot of my hood saw Y Tu Mamá También. I was the first person pumping City of God on my block.
Right,
Uh
right.
there was a film I saw because I liked this dude's performance in Finding Forrester, and like I bought the film because I was like, yo, like he deserves a starring vehicle. And he ended up starring in this weird artsy film where like he discovers his sexuality, and like he keeps like a photo of a girl he has a crush on in his boxers. And like everybody's like, yo, G, this is a little too weird for us. I was like, I agree. But
Wait,
like
wait, hold on. Finding Forrester. Is that
so
You're
like
the Man Now dog?
yeah, so in that
Okay.
film, there's like yo, yo, you don't know the films I've been on. So in
No,
that
no, no,
film,
that's fine. That one was popular, and yes,
yeah,
okay, Gus
I
Van Sant. Okay.
yeah, so I watched
So
that one. I liked it, and in that film, there's this white boy, who plays like uh a character, a Coolidge. I remember the scene where like the main black dude steps in for him when he's being attacked by the professor because he's like, "Who said this quote?" And it
oh,
turns out,
wait, Michael Pitt? Man,
yeah, Michael Pitt.
hold on. So
So I
you liked
bought
his performance in that, and you're like, "Well, let's see what else he's done?"
yeah, and I bought a
My
film called
dude, you
Dreamers.
went on a journey. Anything
Stop,
else
you
you
don't
picked
know.
with Michael Pitt, you were like, "The fuck?"
Yo, it was different. I was like, what am I watching, Sha?
Yo, I
Real
can't
talk.
even. What a beautiful way to stumble into Michael Pitt. Oh my
Sha
god.
had the whole hood in my crib watching this basketball movie. You know, we like Finding Forrester got this smart dude to play ball, and then we
Uh-huh.
put on Dreamers after that shit.
I
Oh, the
can't.
pivot.
I can't. Hold on.
We
Let me look up. Oh, yes, the
Yo,
Dreamers.
the Dreamers was a
Oh,
wild pivot.
Bertolucci!
Yo, I took the hood on a journey that day, Sha.
Oh my god. Gastor.
Straight up, that shit is a core memory for me. Like I took some hood ass dudes. Like yeah, finding Forrester was a step for them already. They
Yeah,
was like yeah, I watched this like more like verbal,
yes, right, but it
petty
was
kind of.
a relatively mainstream.
Yeah, it was still kind of mainstream. They liked it. They was like oh yeah, like they kind of related to it. So I was like, yo, white boy kind of cool. I bought a film, one of his joints. So like I put that joint on right after. And yo, they was like, yo, G, this too much for us, homie. Like, there's like a scene where like the chick
Mm,
that the older woman is kind of like an influence on these young men.
right.
They gonna have a moment, and she pulls off his boxers, and like they kind of laugh because he has a picture of her in his boxers. And they were like, yo, like, is this too much, G? This is different. We don't like they're like they didn't even know you could do that in movies. Like I was like, I don't know either. I'm watching this for the first time with you. And like nobody believed me because like I had seen Finding Forrester,
Mhm.
so I was like, I was
So you
co-signing this.
they thought you were setting him up?
Yeah, they was like, oh, you seen both of these? I was like, nah, homie. I saw Finding Forrester. I bought it for the hood, and I was like, oh, let me buy this other joint.
Because this
So I
guy,
rock with this guy. Let me see what it's like, and I figured we could watch it
oh my god.
together.
Gastor, when I
Yo,
tell you I'm going to be laughing about this, maybe for years. Maybe for years I'm going to be laughing about this. This is the
real talk.
funniest thing I've ever, oh my god, this is, because
That
I
shit
mean,
was
honestly, the ways you could have gone. I
Yo,
can't
I'm
even
telling you,
I
that shit was a journey.
oh my god.
Real talk.
Oh
And
my
like
god.
if you just hear the names of the dudes that I chill with, so like you can understand how far left this was for them. All right. My
Mhm,
friends at the time were my boy Pope Country, all right, Rufus,
mhm,
E6,
mhm.
you know what I mean? Legacy, you know what I mean? These are like the dude. I had these dudes like, yo, what we watching, G? Yo, they was stoned
Oh my
on like yo, and
god.
then like afterward, like yo, G and some weird artsy shit, B. I can't. You know what I mean? Like they were just treating me different. They were like, yeah, G's into artsy shit. But nah, man, they all saw them though. They thankful.
Oh
You know
my
what I mean? And
god.
now they all got like artsy kids, and they're like, yeah, yo, good looking out, because I like exposed them to that early.
Mhm.
You know?
Oh man. You know what? That's that's great. I
Real
can't,
talk, man.
I mean, I'm going to be laughing about this forever, but that is kind of great.
You on the
I am now looking up how he's doing. Not wonderful.
no? Oh, sorry, Mike.
Yeah. Oh, that makes me sad.
Yeah, I was a
But
fan of
the
your
way
work.
that this journey that you went on and subsequently took your friends on is fascinating.
Real talk.
I love when that happens like that. It's much more interesting than just being friends with a music or a movie nerd, which
Yeah,
is
nah, I wasn't even that. Like
no.
I had a DVD player.
Yeah, which, is, just certainly more interesting. I tend to befriend the movie/music nerd, and then I listen to him, about listen to him go on and on about why something is beautiful and blah, 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 and then I don't automatically watch it. I sometimes kinda look at the box and go, "Ah, seems kinda boring," or, what is this, 2 hours?" You know what I mean? So I am probably the Gastor to those people of just like, Jesus Christ, will you ever try anything new? And I won't. But,
Yo, but they remember you forever. I promise you. Like, oh yeah, I watched some weird films with Shalewa.
yeah, perhaps. I don't know. I my tastes aren't necessarily, I mean, I want them to be weirder. I think it's like what you think of as like truly weird taste,
Yeah.
um, or dark or anything like that feels a little bit more like default to me sometimes.
Okay.
So I'm like, "Oh, I don't wanna dig any deeper into some things." It feels like it might be too dark. And then when you get me to talk about the things that I actually do enjoy, on average, people have been like, "What's wrong?" You know what I
Yo.
mean? And I'm like, "Do you
Yeah,
not?"
I felt left out by you last week because I'm very excited. I made the cover of the Weezer album for the YouTube
Oh,
thumbnail,
sure, sure.
and I was excited about my work. I showed it to you. I showed it to Gabby
I
before
was
the episode went up.
very excited.
Yeah, and Gabby was like, "Oh, I love this album." She instantly got it, and I was like, "Honey, I've never heard of these people before." She's like, "This is insane." Like, she's like, "They're a very like good band," and I was like, "Honey, I'm hearing about this for the first time, literally like 2 hours ago, researching for this cover." Like that is the most I've heard about this. And she was
Oh,
like, "Nah, you
wow.
you bugging out." And like, yo, like I did like nerd shit, and like I didn't know, so I'm learning how to do like Photoshop type stuff.
Right.
Like and like the part that annoyed me the most that I really wanted to get right
Mhm.
was writing your name. The
Oh, the font.
the font. I found like a Weezer font.
Good, good. Yeah, because
Straight up. I was like,
that's very crucial because they
yeah,
use it. Whatever font they stumbled upon for the first one, they use it each time.
yeah.
That's the Weezer font. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It was a thing. And like that's the first she's like, "Oh, the Weezer." She's like, "Yeah." She's like, "You got the right font and everything." I was like, "Hell yeah." I like, go. Like, I know this was a thing. She's like, "Yeah, yo, she's dope." And then she was like, "Yeah, I got all the albums." I was like, "This is crazy. Look, I learned something about you today." Freaking 21 years into our relationship.
That's so funny. Well,
Amen.
yeah, I'm glad you took that well because that could end. You like Weezer, like 21 years? I had no idea. And that's like the length of Weezer.
Oh man. If you would like to join Gastor and Shalewa's movie club, okay?
Oh my god.
We'll make recommendations not on what we like, but on what we stumbled upon during the course of our lives.
Mhm,
All you
mhm,
gotta do is like, subscribe to the show, baby. If you're an Apple, Spotify listener, we appreciate your ratings. 4 stars, you don't understand the journey you're about to go on. Okay, it's
mm-mm,
gonna be eclectic.
mhm.
5 stars, because you've given us 5 stars. I'll even share the weird movie me and my friends made after watching weird movies. The inspired "Y tu hermana también." It's
Y'all
out there,
made
baby.
a move. Y'all made something inspired by that one?
Yeah, real talk. We watched "Y tu mamá también." We made our own movie, "Y tu hermana también," directed by my boy Hector Ortiz.
Uh-huh.
Real talk. And it was all of my friends. Like we just like got together. He wrote a terrible script, but I don't know if it was the script was bad or just we none of us can act because we're not actors.
That's
Um, and we
honestly,
made a
that's
film.
so beautiful.
Real talk.
That's really nice that you guys did that.
Real
Um,
talk. Like we low key, like we made some artsy shit.
yeah.
Like like I'm looking back, like yo, these kids, like we grew up on literally on Pickett Ave, and we would do like real East New York shit, and then every now and then just like yo, let's make some flowers and pots and shit.
I think that's beautiful.
Real
Honestly,
talk.
that's kinda great, and I also need to, revisit that movie because I haven't seen it since it was in theaters, and, I had to go see it the one week it was playing in Atlanta or whatever it was, and, but I those actors, every time I see them, 'em, I'm just like, "Oh, yeah, those 2."
Yo,
And
it's
then they
come a long way.
I think they did, like, a TV show on Hulu that
Oh
just came
wow.
out, where, what are the it's,
Yeah, Gael's one. I forget the other guy's name.
Gael and Diego.
Yes, that sounds right.
Okay. Where I think Gael is a boxer and maybe Diego is his manager or something. I don't know, but it's like Hulu's first Spanish language like produced television show or something. So I'm like,
Oh,
"Oh, I gotta watch that as well because I love those guys."
yo,
So I totally have to revisit that. But that's very funny that you guys watched that was like, "We gotta make our own." I'm inspired.
real
Um,
talk. Because they
but
were like young dudes. Like they were
yeah,
like a little bit older than us, but I'm talking like maybe like 4 years at most. Like
right, right.
they felt like, oh wow, they're in stuff. We could do stuff. And it wasn't a big film to your point. Like it was like a indie flick. So
Mhm.
like I was like, oh, we got cameras. And we just went out there and just shot
I
a
love
film.
it. That's so great.
Straight up. We
But I
was in the
did
neighborhood doing wild shit, Sha. Like my boy Hector had it in his head that he wanted a moving car shot. So like he was standing on the hood,
I
uh,
love it. I love
and
this
like,
so
yo,
much.
straight up, Sha. We did some things. We had a real fight scene. You know what I mean? And my boy Tooth was in it, and he was like, "Yo, I can only do this once. I can't keep getting rocked." And like, yo,
I mean, the actor giving you its needs. That's great. That's fantastic. You can only
real
respect
talk.
it. Oh
It was
my
beautiful.
gosh. Well, I guess I'm glad that you guys weren't inspired after the Dreamers. Although really.
Real talk, yo. Yeah, shout outs to my parents who were out of town that weekend, and we just took over their house as the set for most of the scenes. You know what I mean? We love y'all.
Hmm.
Oh yeah, that movie was wild. Real talk. I told him I was like, if I'm to ever be successful, you can never release this, but I'll let you put out the trailer at some point.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm gonna find the trailer. I'll find a way to send that to you.
Oh my
Uh,
god, I can't believe y'all made a trailer. Y'all are
real talk. We
wildin'.
was we was wilding out here, yo. All of that on the Windows Movie Maker. Hell yeah.
Man, miss Windows Movie Maker.
Real talk. We was
Ugh.
we was we was wild people, yo. Uh, you have any articles you want us to cover, or just one article? All of you want us to
All
cover?
yeah, if you
Either
all
way.
agree on the one thing, send it to us. All of you send it to us.
Shout outs this week to Damaris Scotland, the Rare Element, FCBLJ, Cynthia Butler, and the roughly like 13 people that sent me that one article. I can't give all of y'all credit, but all of y'all credit. Sincerely, thank you so much. With all that said, I am the surprisingly artistic director of weird films, Gastor Almonte, with the curator of our soon to be worldly successful movie playlist.
Yeah,
Shalewa Sharpe.
that's me.
Real talk, we blowing up. It's gonna be different. uh I say this catch y'all I don't know how to say catch y'all next time in Spanish, but
There must be some way.
whatever that is. Si lo veo a ustedes la siguiente vez. Something like that.
Sounds good to me. I took French. I don't know. I know nothing.
Pass.